Calvin, what are you doing, man? We got no pulp. What are you doing?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
My name's Tommy Tanks. I don't know where you get this
Tommy
Calvin
Tanks? You're not even crushing Calvin Christo. I don't know what you're doing out here right
You
now.
might have seen me on the NCAA baseball field hitting home runs.
No, I haven't, actually. I seen you on Lower Hookway, apparently. All right, cat's out of the bag. We're talking baseball this week on No Pull-Up. Calvin's just getting his hacks in.
Well, as much as I'd like to stay and take some more BP, we also got to get to some softball, a major upset on the softball diamond.
And we will finish the show by wrapping up with Relaxing with Lax. How do you like that?
All that on No Pulp, and it all starts right now. Are we crazy?
Again, you're going over too many times. I can't with you.
When you lose those games, it's tough for those teams.
Mainstream, schmainstream.
I am ready to go to battle.
Welcome to No Pulp. I'm Matt Bonaparte. That is Calvin Christoforo. You're still wearing the gloves? Take off the gloves, man.
What do you mean? You see those?
Hey, we came straight from the diamond. Calvin forgot to take off one piece of his equipment.
Don't you find it a little convenient that the pitcher in that section never showed his face?
I'll tell you what, it wasn't me. All right, we got to get started on the diamond. We're talking college baseball, and we'll start in the SEC. Tennessee skipper Tony Vitello was ejected from a game against Alabama last Saturday. Not only was he ejected, Calvin, a 4-game suspension. Calvin, he argued, he bumped, he did it everything, and it was all in the first inning. Did he deserve the suspension?
First of all, I don't know what
This is what he was mad about.
For. Okay, it's a line drive, a comebacker to the mound. What is he arguing?
If that hitter can command that and do that purposefully, he'll be the MLB tomorrow.
That guy's the best player ever. I don't know what his point of arguing was.
And
but
look at this, a bump! He can't do a bump!
That you can't do. First, I don't know what he was arguing. There was some issues the night before. That was the home plate umpire the night before, so there was some already
a lot of baggage
built
there.
in
Yeah, there was a lot of tension.
But a line drive back to the pitcher, what is his argument?
I have no idea what his argument is, but here's the issue. You can't touch the umpire.
No, you can't.
And there have been a lot of great ejections in college history and Major League history. Here's a couple of them. How about Billy Martin? He's dusting up that umpire, throws the dirt at him. But hey, he didn't touch him. That's what I'll tell you. There's plenty of them. Look, Joe Girardi, Boston. This is Ryan Dempster. That's your team against A-Rod. Look, Girardi's getting in his face. He never touched him, Calvin. He never hit him. And there's Terry Collins. An absolute classic video. You got to give us a shot.
You
They
know,
didn't give him a shot.
You know, blank is in the jackpot in that video there.
That's true.
You dusted off those old
Of
reels.
course.
Oh, look at that. You went back in the archives. Where's
what I
Lou
did.
Piniella stealing the base?
I could have had that one too.
There was some good ones in there. No, you can't go out and attack an umpire. I don't want to say attack.
I mean,
Bump
it
an
was
umpire.
an act of aggression
It was.
from Vitello.
I think the 4-game suspension is definitely warranted. He's going to miss that game against Alabama, the game on Sunday, which they won, a midweek game with Bellarmine, and then 2 out of the 3 games
Here's the question
in the
for you
Florida
now.
series.
Do you think that this is going to ramp up the squad, or you think, I mean, this is the number 1 team in the nation we're talking about. Do you think that this ramps them up and makes them play even better than they are, or are they going to lose it without their skipper?
I don't think they need any motivation to play better. Look, you mentioned it. This is the number 1 overall team in the nation. They're 33-3. Yes, they've lost 2 out of their last 4, but one of those was to Alabama, a top team in the SEC. They don't need any extra motivation to play well. They're going to go there. They're going to play that Florida series as tough with or without their manager.
And how about this? He gets ejected from that game. They win 9-2. The next day they beat Alabama, the exact same team, 15-4. I don't think it made much of a difference.
I don't think they do either. But switching over, let's stay with baseball. Let's go to the SEC. Duke upsets and sweeps number 10 Notre Dame. Matt, you concerned about the Irish?
I think you meant the ACC right there. We're just in the ACC, or the SEC. Move on to the ACC,
ACC.
Calvin. Listen, this is an Irish team that should never have had all the hype that it did.
What do you
Duke was
mean?
13-20 coming into this game.
on.
You talk about, they're not a
Come
slouch.
on.
They're a slouch.
No,
They've got
they're
terrible
not.
posture. And how about already a 4-game losing streak earlier this season for Notre Dame? The Irish just don't have it, Calvin.
Matt, who won the ACC last year?
Was it the Irish? I think it was the Irish.
Nope, it wasn't the Irish.
It wasn't?
It was Duke. Okay, these guys aren't slouches. You kidding me?
They're
The Blue
absolute
Devils,
slouches,
a year removed from winning the ACC championship, are now all of a sudden a pushover. Sure, they were 13-20 coming
Calvin,
into the game.
this team's posture is in the dumps.
Come on. It's ACC baseball. Anybody can beat anybody in any given night. Look at all those loaded teams in there. Duke is a very good baseball
Can't be
team.
losing a series
Having a
like
rough
that.
season, yes, you can. I'm not worried at all about Notre Dame.
Well,
they'll bounce back
Here's
from their
the
trip
issue
to
with it. If you look at that ACC, there is so much talent in the conference that when you drop a series like that to one of the downward teams, it is going to hurt you. There's
it's
no
going
way
to hurt you
around
in one
that.
aspect, though. They're still going to make the ACC tournament. They're still going to make the NCAA tournament. But when you look at
And
those
I'm not
ACC
saying they're a
standings,
bad team. I'm just saying that does put them a lower peg than a lot of the other ones. I don't think Virginia's doing that. I don't think Virginia Tech's doing that.
so who do you got to win the ACC then?
Virginia. I'll take them all the
The
way.
who?
Yeah, the Wahoos. That's who, Calvin. I love this team. Virginia
love
is
them.
my ACC champion. Third in the nation in ERA. First in terms of batting average. And how about some star power? Jake Geloff on this team. The man is an animal. And I'll be talking about him a little bit later in the show.
You got your Growlers season tickets ready for his big summer coming up. And hey, I like Louisville. I think the guys like Christian Knapczyk, Dalton Rushing, a little thunder and ice, fire and home run hitting with rushing. You got some cool base running and some great defense with Christian Knapczyk. A loaded roster in Louisville. I like the Cardinals.
Louisville ain't too bad, but they're not Virginia, Calvin. All right, we got to go to number 22, Stanford. Red hot. They took 2 out of 3 against UCLA last week. The Cardinal are, of course, looking to return to the College World Series after losing to Vanderbilt after getting so close to a championship game last year. Do they have what it takes?
To get back to Omaha?
Yeah.
Absolutely they do. They're a team with experience that has been there before. They're going to be confident going in. This is a Stanford ball club in a very good conference in the Pac-12. Confidence now after taking 2 or 3 against a state foe and another really good team in UCLA. Number 22 in the nation, which means they're going to have to go on the road for a regional, barring some late season success. But I think they can get back to Omaha.
I agree 100% with you. This is a team all about pitching 3 guys with an ERA below 3 and a staff ERA of 3.6. That's pretty darn good, Calvin. And how about this? An infielder in Carter Graham who's hitting near 400. That never hurts.
Never hurts to hit 400.
All right, so who is your Pac-12 champion?
I go with experience here, and I go with the Oregon State Beavers.
Right there
the
with
number 1 team in the Pac-12 as we look at our Pac-12 standings. They've been there. They've done that. They are always loaded with talent, not just NCAA talent. They're always flushing out MLB talent. I think Oregon gets back to the top of the Pac-12.
100% agree. I'm going to go back to some of those statistics. 9 guys over a 900 OPS right now. That is bonkers, Calvin.
It's pretty darn good.
Yeah,
We both like
pretty
the
darn
Beavers winning the Pac-12. Let's move over to softball, where the streak is over. Texas knocks off defending national champs Oklahoma, ending the Sooners' 40-game winning streak. They were 38-0 to start the season. So this loss has to be an outlier, right?
Well, I would be kind of relieved if I were an Oklahoma softball fan because it was never a realistic dream to be undefeated in a season as long as it. Sure, it was cool, but it was never really going to happen, Calvin. If you got to the championship game undefeated, that would be the hardest game of your life. Talk about the Patriots being undefeated against the Giants. They lose that Super Bowl, and now that might hurt you.
Classic.
Listen, Oklahoma, they were never going to go undefeated this season. They should be proud of the 40-game win streak that they had. They're 38-1, all right? I think they're going to be okay.
Remember when the Packers had the undefeated regular season? Yeah, right. Neither do I. But hey, Oklahoma, very good. They'll get back. And you mentioned they're good with their backs against the wall. If you remember, they actually lost the first game of the finals last year to Florida State, but came back and won 2-3. But when you look at this Sooners team, why were they 38-0? What makes them so good?
Well, I mean, how about Jocelyn Allo? She's pretty darn good, hitting absolute nukes, Calvin. One of the best players in the country, at least on the offensive side of the ball.
I'll keep it simple. They're pitching ERA .68.
Ridiculous.
On offense, they hit .375.
Yeah,
That'll win you some ball games.
They're pretty darn good. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, Johnny Godamowicz will battle Calvin in the juicer. Keep it here on No Pull.
Those are my Huskers. What do you think, Bones? I thought that was okay.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles. What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. Nope.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Back here on No Pulp, I'm Matt Bonaparte, Calvin Christoforo, Johnny Gadamowicz with me. Johnny, what is your confidence level in taking Calvin down in the juicer today?
I have to say, Matt, I'm feeling pretty good. I know history is not on my side of guests coming on this show and taking someone down, but I got to tell you, I'm feeling pretty good.
What do you say to that?
Matt, I brought the magic beans you requested beforehand. It took me hard. I searched long and hard.
Right,
Johnny, did you bring the 1 spoons?
I can't say I brought the magic beans, but you know what? I did bring the picks, and I can't wait to give them to you.
Not a great first impression there.
That's not going to help you out.
I searched.
I wanted the magic beats. All right. We got to start on the men's side of things in college baseball. When you guys look at the top 25, which is the team that you're most shocked by? Calvin, go ahead.
Texas State. No doubt about it. We're going to shout it. Bobcats are going to win today. That's Texas State, the number 19 team in the nation. And ready for this? I'm going to rattle off some teams for you here. South Alabama, Georgia Southern, Coastal Carolina, Louisiana Lafayette, UT Arlington, and Troy. You know what they all had in common?
What is it?
They were picked ahead of Texas State in the Sun Belt preseason poll. The Bobcats go out there. They beat, at the time, #1 Texas. They take 2 of 3 from, at the time, #1 Arizona. The Cats are hot, the 19th ranked team in the nation. No one saw that coming.
All right. I mean, that's a formidable argument, Johnny.
I'll go with the Ducks of Oregon. Look, coming out of the Pac-12, and Calvin, you can rattle off the wins and you can do what you want, but look, it's an Oregon team that's on a 5-game win streak. They're going up against really one of the top-tier conferences in the nation in the Pac-12, and I think it's a Ducks team that every time they take the field, just getting better and better. They're only number 24. They were actually unranked if you rewind to last week, but they rattle off a 5-game win streak, and they can hit the ball. You want to get nitpicky, their pitching isn't great, both their Friday and Saturday starter with an ERA that's up there, but I like the Ducks.
You hate the little guy. And not only did you say Oregon, you also told us your flaws, so this should be an easy one.
Well, hey, I got to show all my cards.
Relax here. I'm taking Oregon here, and I'll tell you why. I think it's pretty
the
cut and dry.
magic
This is a team that lost the first 3 games of the year to San Diego, Calvin. I mean, I don't think anybody had faith in the Ducks after that.
I'm always a fan of the underdog.
Sure
you two are ridiculous.
1-0 Johnny. All right, same question, but on the women's end now. How about softball? Top 25, who surprised you?
Well, I think what surprises me is Notre Dame. I look at the Irish down at number 24. You talk about the ACC and the rest of this conference, and look, it's an Irish team that wants to enter the conversation of the Florida States, the Virginia Techs of the conference. But, Calvin, we know firsthand this is a Notre Dame team that deserves to be a heck of a lot higher than number 24. I mean, the pitching has really struggled. They can hit the ball, too. Peyton Tidd, a two-way star. She can get it done in the circle, in the box. Wouldn't shock me if the Irish finished the year a heck of a lot higher than number 24.
This is ridiculous because he said the Irish should be ranked higher, but yet he's surprised they're ranked. What? They're the preseason player of the year of the conference.
I think when
This is getting good.
Well, when you look where they are right now, right, number 24, I think it's a team that's probably top 10.
So
my position is more where they are in the rank.
All right.
Where they
That's
are.
all you got, Johnny. Give me an argument.
For me, it's Nebraska, a team that went 500 last season.
You love corn, don't you?
I love corn. They went 500 last season. They were 5 games under 500 in the COVID year, 10 games under 500 in the year before that. But this team is scorching Cornhusker red hot. 18-game winning streak, 13-0 in Big Ten play, including a series sweep against number 13 Michigan. Nebraska is a team nobody saw coming, and they're becoming one of the top teams in the nation.
All right. I'm going Notre Dame again. Johnny takes a quick 2-0 lead. I'm taking the Irish here. Hey, do you know what a lot of people don't know about this team, Calvin, this Irish team?
That's in the preseason play of the year?
That they've got a daughter of an MLB Hall of Famer on there. How about Quinn Biggio? How many Hall of Famers, daughters of Hall of Famers are on that team?
They snuck up on you? Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
A true underdog story of the
Precisely.
Irish with Karina Gaskin.
All right, relax. You lost. Don't be a sore loser, Calvin. You're down 2-0. There's still plenty of game left. All right, back to baseball now. Which player stands above the rest in the college baseball landscape? Who's winning the Golden Spikes?
Sonny DeShera from Auburn. It's always sunny in Auburn, Alabama. Look, Sonny is doing it for the big guys. This guy hits absolute nukes, hitting .420 on the season with 11 jacks, leads the country in walks, on-base percentage, second in slugging, and leads a number 19 ranked Auburn team in basically every offensive category. And oh yeah, he plays in the toughest conference in America. Sonny DeShera is my Golden Spikes winner.
All right, so Calvin has proven to us that he can rattle off stats today. I'm going to go with Jake Geloff. You guys already mentioned him before out of Virginia.
Plenty eye test, yeah.
Every time he steps into the batter's box, over 50% of the time he steps in, he gets on base. An OBP over 500, I'll take that and run with it. He had a week where he went 9 for 10, 4 homers in a week, an 8 RBI game, and he hit for the cycle, leading the charge for a UVA team that I think has national championship written all over them.
You know what, Johnny? I'm glad you mentioned his on-base percentage because I mentioned DeShera leads the country in on-base percentage. You get the size 27 Red Sox today?
Game, he's hit for the cycle.
Calvin. I usually would take a Paisan and that would be it, but that's my team, Virginia, and that's the best player. An unforeseen 3-0 lead for Johnny in the juicer. It's never happened before. That means I gotta change the rules. Usually this last question is worth 2 points so that the other player always has a chance. Now it's worth 4. Calvin, you're still in it, but that's a 3-0 lead, all right?
Johnny, because this one's over.
All right, right back to softball. Who's the player of the year?
All right. Well, I'm going to go in the circle. I know maybe it's not the popular pick. I know she's maybe struggled at times, but I think she's going to bounce back, and it's Montana Fouts, the best pitcher in the nation, and for good reason. Look, she led the NCAA in strikeouts last year, and she's back for more. Look, it's an ERA of 2.09. Guys, she's had 2 outings where she's given up 5 earned runs. She's still got an ERA hovering around 2.09. I'm sure it's a number that she wishes was a little bit lower, but not only is she the best pitcher in college softball, she's the best player, and she's out to prove it.
What say you?
You really like wasting your breath there, Johnny, because that was a completely fruitless 30 seconds. Look, it's Jocelyn Alo. She leads the country in basically every offensive statistic. Average home run slugging, over 1,200, by the way. OPS up near 1,900, which is bonkers, on the best team in the country in Oklahoma. Jocelyn Alo, not even close. Johnny, thanks for coming. Have a nice trip back to the island.
I really hate to break it to you, but these are the wrong beans.
Come on.
These are some other guy's beans. Johnny, 7-0 victory in the juicer. Nobody saw it coming. And on the other side, Calvin and I are going to relax a little bit with some lax around the fire. Stick around for this loser and I on No Pulp.
Good game.
Beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 70 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch.
Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Bones and Beano. Beano and Bones. Here on Mondays, while you're at home. Talking about sports. We leave the Pope alone. Cause it's Bones and Beano. It's Beano and Bones.
And welcome back to No Pulp. I'm Beano. That's Bones.
I'm Bones.
We've been a little high-strung here so far in No Pulp, so it's time to relax with some lax. We get the fire going. We're ready to roast some marshmallows.
Oh, you thought we were going to relax? We don't relax on this show. I'm Bones. That's Beano. If you've been a fan for any amount of time, you know we don't relax. It's time to talk lax, baby. Come on.
I'm going to start on the lax field down in Durham. Duke takes down #2 Boston College in women's lacrosse. This is a thriller. The Blue Devils, the #7 team in the nation. Duke, the #2 team in the nation. Syracuse is up there as well. Duke grabbing a massive win on the road, dethroning the national champions. This really shakes up the women's lacrosse landscape going forward. Duke now has a chance, potentially, to finish second in the ACC.
That's nuts. And if you're not up out of your chair right now, I really don't know what I can do for you, but we're going to move on. More women's lax, where that came from. How about Eliza Garofalo? I mean, look at this play. This is absolutely sensational from Eliza. Look at this. Behind the back. Wham! That's a goal, baby. Embry Riddle, freshman, scores a ridiculous goal in the back, and then everyone's going, what's she doing with it? She just says, zoink. Bam! That's a goal. How about that, Calvin? How about that?
Embry Riddle, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're playing Palm Beach Atlantic. That's a huge rivalry.
I'm going to keep it in lacrosse. I'm going to switch it over to the men's side. You in for some Patriots?
Oh, you know I always am.
Bucknell's Ashlyn Terry pulled off an incredible day at the office. 12 points, 6 goals, 6 assists against a very good winless Holy Cross team. Look, that's a day. 6 goals is a day within itself. 6 assists is a day within itself. Put them together, breaking the Bucknell record in one performance. What a day by my guy Terry.
I mean, for Alston, that is a mental mantle kind of game.
Like
you pop
Mickey,
that
but
one
mental?
up there. Oh yeah, it's not exactly. I mean, it's mental mantle. You got that one up on the mantle, up in the brain, Calvin. All right. You talk Patriot League. We talk Embry Riddle and Palm Beach Atlantic on this segment. How about some Ivy League for you? You like Ivy League?
I'm not smart enough to like Ivy League.
All right, well, that's okay because I am. How about you, Penn? Look at this. Peter Blake from the freaking lot. He's got that long stick. He said, ooh, 1 bounce. 2 bounce. And it's in, baby! That's a goal from the junior! His first career goal against Harvard. Stick it up there, the Crimson, baby. They got nothing on you, Penn.
Where's the goalie? You don't hunting for magic beans?
The goalie wasn't there. Listen, he was trying to get your magic beans right there, but hey, he was never getting
magic beans don't work, obviously. They didn't work for the Harvard goaltender as well. But that's some relaxing with lax. When we come back here on No Pulp, after our final break, we're going to get into the biggest games of the week on the Diamond. You're not going to want to miss that.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
On the gridiron, we call it the battle for the golden egg. In baseball, we just call it Mississippi State versus Ole Miss. We're back on No Pulp. We're talking golden egg, Calvin. How about that? Who wins this game? Ole Miss, Mississippi State, the defending champions. Again, football, golden egg, baseball, baseball.
That's it?
That's it. They don't do golden egg. They don't do golden pearl. They don't do none of that. They probably should. Good marketing in that, but they don't do it.
That's more expensive than my beans. But hey, it's not just a game, it's a series, a 3-game set. And I like the Rebels taking 2 out of 3 in this game. Mississippi State, defending national champions, having a little bit of a hangover this season. They got a lot of injuries in their pitching staff as well. I got Peyton Chattanay's boys going in there and grabbing 2 or 3.
I'll take Ole Miss. I like Tim Elko, the 5th-year senior. Don't forget what he did last year on a torn ACL. 2 grand slams in the playoffs on a torn ACL. How about that? You can't top that, can you?
Phillip Rivers type beat.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers type beat. I got Ole Miss in that one, Calvin.
Let's go from baseball over to softball. Number 4 Florida State hosting number 17 Clemson in an ACC showdown. Who you got?
I got Florida State in this one. I think I was really enticed to pick the upset, but the Seminoles are really just
in a 3-game series. You got.
I got them in a 3-game series.
You got 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I got them 2 out of 3, Calvin. Okay. That's how the series works. When you win the series, you win 2 of the 3 games at least. They got 5 players batting over 300 on this team. 3 of their pitchers, which is a lot in softball in terms of that rotation, sub-2 ERA. The pitching gets it done for the Seminoles.
Good? I got Florida State. I don't got them winning 2 out of 3. I got them sweeping the Tigers. Give me the broom. I got Florida State rolling. One of the best teams in the country this year, let alone the ACC. They did lose to Boston College, though, if you want to stick that in your back pocket. But hey, Florida State, really good, really better than Clemson. I got Florida State winning the weekend in the sweep.
Right. That's going to take me to my final word. And for it, we're going to go back to the diamond for Pitt and Virginia. The Who's were in a bases-loaded jam, and then this happened. Let's see it. So they go home for 1, that's 1. On to first, that's 2. And you might be saying, wow, they just got out of a huge jam, throw the ball away. Oh no, the play's still alive. They can get 1 more out. Bang! Wowza! Look at that defense from Virginia. That's my ACC champion, Calvin. How about it?
So they make a mistake, and then they make
And then they rectified it. Yeah, they made a mistake.
Yeah,
and they
so they're
rectified
playing unclean baseball?
Well, they played, I'd say that they flourished
is that
in the
ACC,
recklessness of the beautiful
Is that
game.
ACC championship baseball?
I think so.
Roll the tape of when Louisville did that. Not an impressive play. Don't impress me much. You know, they got the looks, they don't got the touch, though, if you know what I'm saying. But hey,
you're a hater.
For my final word, we're going back to the lacrosse field. And hey, I know they play the games for a reason. Anything can happen. Big whoop-de-doo, I get it. But when it comes to NCAA men's lacrosse this year, the outcome is going one way and one way only. Maryland is an absolute wagon. And not only are they going to win the national championship, they're going to sleepwalk to the national championship. This team is undefeated, 11-0, the only undefeated team left in Division I's lacrosse, and they have no competition. The ACC is down. People are pumping the Ivy League's tires like it's going out of style, but they are hotter frauds than Kentucky men's basketball in March. The only team left is Georgetown, who I don't trust in the slightest. Maryland is going to roll and roll easy to the crown this year in men's lax.
Well, Calvin, that is it for No Pulp today. It is my final show today, so I just want to shout out Matt Fairfax and Ben Spector, 2 executive producers I got to work under. Thank you guys for always letting me be creative and letting Calvin be creative. That's it. Calvin Christoforo, Matt Bonaparte. I mean, one more question for you, Calvin.
Can I say?
No, I just want to ask you this.
Okay.
What was our favorite bit that we did while we were on No Pulp?
Wow, there's a lot of very good bits. I don't know if you saw that pre-open. Those were 2 absolute
Those are
tanks
pretty good ones.
today.
I think people were shook by those.
I go back to our original creative pre-open, though.
We did. Don't forget about our NFL draft
into the crossball. Yeah, that was great, too. Dust off the old reels. Head back into the Orange archives and find those. But it's been a blast working with you. I've had fun every single show, every single second.
Right back at you, my friend. Calvin Christoforo, Matt Bonaparte, for real this time. Good night.